And if you're getting, and this is kind of true of every business here, if you're getting a phone call every week that says, how do I do X? Right? The reason why I know what to talk about in this workshop is because I keep getting asked, how do I become confident? How do I create content? How do I come up with content ideas? Right? These are common things I get asked personally. Okay, so let me create content that answers those questions. Because then we're saving time, right? The reason why it's valuable, as I said at the beginning, is you can do this once and send it to 6 people. Let's say it takes you an hour, right? Either you can spend 6 hours having an hour conversation with each person, or you can make a video once for an hour and then send that to 6 people. So you're either investing 6 hours or you're investing 1 hour. And as a business, what's the hurdles? Money, time, or energy, right? Well, I've just saved you 5 hours. I've potentially saved you quite a bit of money because you don't have to do it all the time, which means eventually, initially it'll be 6 hours, but then it'll be 3 hours here, 3 hours there, 4 hours there, because you're continuing to use it. But then also, you're not having to go over the same thing again, which will drain your energy. Oh, I've got to go over this again, right? Because you can just send the video. But then you can focus on, how do I come across with the best way? How can I make sure the language is really clear? How can I make sure the language is not complicated, right? Like, don't use an acronym ever in marketing, because unless people know the acronym, they're not going to have a clue. Like, how many people in this room know what a KPI is? Okay, half the room knew what a KPI is. A KPI is a key performance indicator. Okay, so whenever I market, when I'm talking about a KPI, I either do one of two things. Either I just use the words key performance indicator, or I say the acronym I'm about to use means KPI, right? And that means a key performance indicator, and then I can use KPI because I've established what it means. But you're spending a lot of time explaining what an acronym is when you could just say what it is, right? Like, at a very beginning state of business, people ask, what's the marketing department do? What does an MD do? What is a CEO? Okay, the problem we have, the reason why that exists and that problem exists is because people never sat anyone down and went, this is what a CEO is. This is the job of a marketing department, right? So everyone will have some form of acronyms in their business, but it's about being aware when you communicate it, not to communicate the acronym, communicate what it actually is, right? So using the KPI example.